Starting the back.
Yeah, tough night at the yard, obviously, but when you look back at your week here and then what's to come, what's the conversations like in the dugout and the clubhouse between you and your teammates?
I think it was awesome to come out and like we did and get the 2 W's that we got. And then today, just one of those days at the yard, but at the end of the day, it's all a learning experience. And, if you want to take any positives away from it, I'd much rather it be now than next week and, in the future. So, I mean, we got a lot to get better at, and we're going to chip away this week and we're ready to get after it.
What did make Manning effective?
He just commanded the zone. I think that's really what makes any pitcher good. I think when you establish your fastball early in the count, you can pitch off it, pretty easily. And, that's when you get some guys that are, taking some pretty bad swings. I know he made me look pretty foolish a couple times, but I mean, he just pounded the strike zone and, not much else.
Anything else for Jack? Thanks, Jack. You can step down. Appreciate you. Questions now for the head coach.
Kind of the same thing I asked Jack, this week and then going forward, is it easier to put this kind of loss in the rear view with kind of what you guys have done and then what's ahead?
Yeah, I haven't really thought that far ahead. I was trying to win the ball game, just 10 minutes ago. So I haven't thought that far ahead about it, but just want to play good baseball, and you're never as good or as bad as you appear, and that's everything in life. We're not the greatest team, and we're not the worst team. Tonight we played like the worst team. There's been, the other day against Florida we played like a great team. So it's going to come down to how well we play, and you got to have good starting pitching, you got to play defense, and you got to have timely hits, and that's the bottom line. So. What's the message going to be? The message is that we have a lot of work to do. And we got to we need to practice, because of the rain, different things. That's no excuse. But what I'm saying is that it's not like we're going to go home and just sit around. Like, we have work to do. We have to get better. Because we've had a great regular season, no question about that. We played well for 2 or 3 ball games in this tournament. But 2 out of 3 doesn't get you help next week. The following week it does, but we just need to get home. We've been on the road now for 10, 11 days between Oxford and here, and we just got to get back to College Station and catch our breath and then get to work.
Jim, what were your overall impressions of the tournament, the atmosphere, the venue, the crowds, etc.?
Yeah, it's my first time, man. It's awesome. It's just really great. Hospitality, obviously the way the players are treated, the fans. I definitely want to publicly thank the grounds crew and the people that put this tournament on, because the late nights, the tarp on and off, getting the field ready. There's a whole heck of a lot of people that went into these kids having the experience they've had, and for me to have the experience I had. So certainly hope we can get back and stay a little bit longer. But this is my first time to Hoover. Been to Birmingham, stayed to Winfrey a few times when I was at Tulane and UAB's conference, but never been in this ballpark, never even seen it. So for my own personal life experience, I've been in the game for 32 years, 51 years old. This is why I made the change I made, and that's no disrespect to TCU, but it was to have some new experiences before I finished coaching, and this was awesome.
What are some positive takeaways from your young staff today?
Well, everybody that pitched in the game today is technically a freshman. Robert Hogan, I think, threw 3 or 4 innings last year, so we threw 4 freshmen today. I thought Rudis did a nice job. Hamilton did okay, but they got experience, so hopefully that'll give them a better chance to have success this next week.
You have a kind of a plan for next week when you get back to College Station, what the week will look like, getting ready for a regional?
Yeah, I think obviously we'll travel tomorrow, take the day off. We'll do something on Monday. We have a lot of pitchers that got to get in that bullpen, and we can't do it too close to the weekend. we'll have a couple light workouts. We'll obviously spend a lot of time, not like we don't already, in the infield, but at this time of year, it's finding a balance between getting the work in you need and making sure you're rested and ready and sharp for a regional. So some of it will depend on who we're playing, what those matchups look like. All good?
Anything else? Then we got him,
All right.
Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.